It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions for dancing. But I love it when you read to me and you can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, that's where music comes from. Some of it is just transcendental. Some of it is just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me and you can sing me anything. The book of love is long and boring and written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things and you ought to give me wings. I love it when you give me things.
This time, would everybody please stand?
Yes, I understand that every life must end. As we sit alone, I know someday we must go on. Oh, I'm a lucky man to count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks just have one, yeah, others they got none. Stay with me, yeah, let's just breathe. Practice on my sins, never gonna let me win. Under every fear, just another human.
All right, everybody can sit. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome friends, family, and thank you for coming today together and joining us in a celebration to join this man Benjamin and this woman Dale in marriage today. The sun's come out. It's beautiful. It was rainy earlier, but everyone's shining down on us. So it's incredible that so many of you have been able to make this journey from all over the world to make it here today, to gather and take part in the next step in the journey of these two amazing people. We've come from many of different places. We actually have a small list. We're coming from Nashville, Tennessee, San Francisco, California, San Diego, Los Angeles, New York, Athens, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Phoenix, Arizona, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Rochester, New York, Buffalo, New York, Detroit, Michigan, Boston, Massachusetts, London, England, Melbourne, Australia, Sydney, Australia, Houston, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, Columbus, Ohio, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Bemidji, Minnesota, Miami, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Vancouver, British Columbia, Montreal, Quebec, Calgary, Alberta, Charleston, West Virginia, Bridgeport, West Virginia, Louisville, Kentucky, Pittsburgh, PA, Morgantown, West Virginia, Denver, Colorado, and Redlands, California. So you can see that we've come from all over today for this glorious celebration. If there's anybody I missed, speak now or forever. All right. And then before we get started, we're going to take a moment, and Ben and Dale are going to light a candle in representation for those who couldn't make it today because of distance or because they have unfortunately passed. All right, for those of you who don't know, Ben is my cousin, but has always been, to me, like an older brother that I never had. We'd always been close growing up, and I remember wanting to copy whatever it was he was doing, from music to sports to clothes, whatever it may be. It wasn't until Ben moved to Malaysia, though, that I felt that we actually became closer, which seems odd how that would happen. But it was because every summer he would come back, and it would be the summers that he would be able to spend sharing a room with me that I'd look forward to the most. Since those summers, we've been able to stay close by embarking on some incredible trips together and regular visits. He has definitely been a role model in my life and has helped to shape me into the person that I am today, and I'm forever thankful. And Dale, can't do anything but love Dale. She's just incredible. And I met Dale for the first time on a 4th of July trip to see Ben out in San Diego. That day, and since on, she's just one of the smartest and wittiest people I know, and not only that, but also one of the kindest. Together, these two with their adventurous spirits are so much fun to be around. Now, instead of looking forward to a trip to see Ben, I look forward to trips to see the both of them together. So when I was approached and asked to be a part in taking part in this wedding, and being the master of ceremony, or as Ben likes to call me, the shaman, I obviously said yes, and feel completely honored to be a part of your lives in this way. Like most of you coming from all over, these two traveled great distances to be together. Ben growing up in the U.S. and over in Malaysia, and Dale in Canada, until they finally crossed paths in San Diego, in which our relationship blossomed into what you see today. So once more, on behalf of these two extraordinary individuals and an even more incredible couple, I would like to thank all of you on behalf of them for making the journey out here today to help celebrate these two as they embark on the next part of their lives together. And now I'll have a reading from Dale's brother, Chris.
From The Velveteen Rabbit by Marjorie Gillian. What is real? Asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender before Nana came to tidy the room. Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and a stick-out handle? Real isn't how you are made, said the skin horse. It's a thing that happens to you. When a child loves you for a long, long time, not just to play with, but really loves you, then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. When you are real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once, like being wound up, he asked, or bit by bit? It doesn't happen all at once, said the skin horse. You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily. Generally, by the time you're real, most of your hair has been lopped off, and your eyes drop out, and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand. I suppose you are real, said the rabbit. And then he wished he had not said it, for he thought the skin horse might be sensitive. But the skin horse only smiled. The boy's uncle made me real, he said. That was a great many years ago. once you are real, you can't become unreal again. It lasts for always.
Thank you, Chris. Love and marriage today are thought of, like the song says, to go together like a horse and carriage. That if you really love someone, that you need to marry them. The thing about love is the feeling, the emotion, the action itself, depending on who you ask, will be described differently. It can be thought of as a warm, fuzzy feeling, to like a cartoon character with the eyes popping out, chest beating, and the tongue on the ground, to maybe what gifts are given. But no matter how you describe it, at the root of true love is respect and acceptance. Not necessarily putting someone else's thoughts and feelings before your own, but making somebody else's thoughts, feelings, and desires your own as well. When looking at these two and seeing the way that they look at each other, you can see true love in effect right before our eyes today. This true love that they have for each other is the commitment to one another, not just the paper documented legal marriage itself. And this ceremony today is a way to help this love continue to grow. Family and friends, which I know are very important to these two, are also very important keeping this love that they have strong and growing. Supported by many elements, these two, along with any couple, will grow strong together. And like a tree, as it grows and wants to become stronger, it sends many roots deep into the soil. If it has only one root, the tree may be blown over very easily. The life of a couple also needs to be supported by many roots. Family, friends, neighbors, practices. With these elements, Ben, Dale, Murphy, Kaya, and the little one baking in the oven. Harrison's a great name. Little girl. We'll continue to have their love grow and spread like the branches and leaves of a tree. I can say I'm glad to be a part of their lives and be here today and help their love grow and to celebrate these two wonderful people as they show us what true love really is today. Now we'll have a reading from Nate Parker, one of Ben's good friends.
It's called The Relativity of Love. Once upon a time, a long time ago, in 1956 to be precise, a young yet ambitious scientist, keen to unravel the mysteries and meaning of life, addressed himself to Albert Einstein. He addressed the great scientist at an assembly of the world's greatest minds, who'd been convened to try to answer one of the world's greatest challenges. What, the young scientist asked Einstein, is the formula for success and happiness in love and in life? Einstein smiled. And a very long minute passed before he replied. And when he did, Einstein said, if A is success, then you should say A equals X plus Y plus Z, with X being hard work and Y being play. The assembly was silent. And what is Z? Asked the young disciple. Knowing when to keep your mouth shut, said Einstein. And in front of the greatest living brains on the planet, Einstein went on. Gravitation cannot be held responsible for people falling in love. Don't seek answers where questions do not belong. How on earth can you explain in terms of chemistry and physics so important a biological phenomenon such as love? And Einstein completed his lesson in love with a simple, although not wholly scientific test. He said, and don't try this at home, put your hand on a hot stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with the special girl, the one you're forever meant to be with, for an hour and it seems like a minute. And in front of this great assembly of minds, Einstein focused on the young scientist and said, "Und that, my young friend, is relativity."
Thank you, Nate. All right, for thousands of years, lovers have exchanged rings as a token of their vows. These simple bands, no matter their value, are made precious by your wearing of them. It is said to be worn on the third finger because of an ancient belief that a vein from the finger goes directly to the heart, thus connecting emotion to physical body. In these rings, it is a symbol of unity in which your lives are now joined in one unbroken circle in which wherever you go, you will always return to one another and to your togetherness. To be before we continue, we're going to do an exchanging of the vows that the couples prepared for each other. Dale, as everyone has repeatedly told me, I've really landed a girl that's way out of my league. As such, I need to do everything in my power to keep you fooled. So today, in front of our family and friends, I promise to work on my attention deficit disorder so that you don't have to watch What's the Word on Pardon the Interruption 3 to 4 times every day. I can't, without crossing my fingers, promise to stop watching Pardon the Interruption. I promise to continue cooking for you and improving my culinary skills without overloading our kitchen with gadgets. I'm doing a very poor job of that as of now. I promise to keep my eccentric interior design taste confined to the man cave. I promise to respect your career and in the future to live wherever you need to live in order to build your dream practice. I promise to, as much as my disposition allows, assume the role of bad cop with you in future parenting experiences. I promise not to sleep through any future dates as I did on our first. I promise to be an honorary Canadian if you Canadians will have me. In doing so, I promise to learn all the rules of ice hockey and what all those lines mean. I promise not to name any future son that we have Gus, unless of course you want to. And finally, I promise to always remember that marriage requires hard work and to always put in the work necessary to make sure that ours is sturdy, fun, and continually exciting in a very good way. I love you, and I'm so excited to be your husband.
It's a hard one to follow. Ben, meeting you is one of the best things that ever happened to me. It has brought to my life the most amazing friends, love, and partner that I could ever hope for. Additionally, it's brought more fun and spontaneity than I could ever imagine. Never a dull moment. You have an innate kindness to you. When we first started dating and I was describing you to someone, they said, "Aw, he's a do-gooder." And you are. Ever the peacemaker, the helper, with a heart of gold. I love that most about you. I see it in how you love me, your family, your friends, our puppies, and our soon-to-be baby. I promise to be there for you when you need me. I vow to be kind, to show you love and compassion, and to give you the benefit of the doubt. I know that sometimes I can be better at these things. I promise. I wrote these for real. I promise to watch Pardon the Interruption with you at night. And sports games involving your favorite teams. But I draw the line at Sports Center or teams you only have a random fantasy player on. I have loved you all the years I have spent with you, and so look forward to moving on to the next phase of our lives with our growing family and to growing old with each other with all my love.
Gareth, all right?
I cried at yours too.
So may these rings always remind you of the vows that you take today and the promises that have been made. Benjamin, please place the ring on Dale's left hand and repeat after me. I, Benjamin, take thee, Dale, to be my wife, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, in joy and sorrow. I promise to love you. With this ring, I take you as my wife, for as long as we both shall live and thereafter. Dale, please place the ring on Benjamin's left hand and repeat after me. I, Dale,
I, Gail,
take thee, Benjamin,
take thee, Benjamin,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or for poor,
for richer or for poor,
in joy and sorrow.
in joy and sorrow.
I promise my love to you.
I promise my love to you.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I take you as my husband,
I take you as my husband,
for as long as we both shall live and thereafter.
for as long as we both shall live and thereafter. By
By the powers vested in me, according to the Universal Life Church Monastery, www.monastery.org, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Yeah!